Hey everybody, Carl here from Abt, and in this video I'm going to be giving you a closer look at the 2024 LG C4 series OLED, and if you're in the market to upgrade your home theater, you're going to want to stick around. This is the follow-up to the extremely popular C3 series, and LG's made some tweaks to make this one even better. As far as the design goes though, there really isn't much of a difference, but that's not a bad thing because the C3 looked great. From the front, all you really see is the picture. There's a bezel, but it's so thin you barely even notice it. And the pedestal is actually the same one you got with the C3 series. Assembly can be a little confusing because the instructions that come in the box aren't the easiest to decipher, but if you need help, you can always check out our video step-by-step install on that one. The C4 is also extremely light, but doesn't feel cheap. That lightweight can come in really handy if you wind up mounting this to the wall, as it's a lot easier to handle than a lot of other TVs out on the market. The only real difference in design that you might notice is on the back of the panel. It's got this kind of smoky, almost marble-like pattern, which looks good, but it's on the back of the TV, so the only time you'll likely see it is during the unboxing process. It also comes in all the same sizes as last year's Model 2. The one we have here is the 65-inch, but you can also get it in a 42, 48, 55, 77, and 83-inch version. It's also got the same magic remote we saw last year with a full number pad and some shortcut buttons at the bottom. If you're not familiar with the magic remote, it is one of my favorites. You can use it like a regular remote, but if you shake it, it brings up a cursor on the screen that makes it easier to select things that are showing up on the screen. It takes a little getting used to, but once you get the hang of it, you can navigate around the screen much more quickly than using a traditional remote. For connections, you get 3 USB Type A's. There's 4 HDMIs, with number 2 having your audio return channel. There's an Ethernet connection, optical audio out, RS-232C, an antenna hookup, and an IR input. And the TV does come with a little IR blaster in the box, which is really nice. Then for the wireless connections, you get Bluetooth 5.1 and Wi-Fi 5. Moving on, let's take a look at the operating system. The C4 comes out of the box with WebOS 24, and you may notice some small changes here, but it's really nothing game-changing. The layout's easy to navigate. You have a row of shortcut cards to categories like games, music, and sports, where you can find suggested content that matches the category. Then you have a row of apps that can be customized to give you quick access to your favorite ones, and under that you can see things like your most recently used input and a preview of what's on the LG Channels app, which is going to offer a ton of free shows to watch. The C4 also has Chromecast and Apple AirPlay 2 built in to make it easy to send a video from your phone or tablet to the TV. Plus, it works with Google, Amazon Alexa, and Apple Home, which makes it simple to integrate into almost any type of smart home. Now let's talk about the sound quality, because LG seems to have made some big progress with this one. On paper, it's really not all that impressive. It's a 2.2 channel system powered by 40 watts, but listening to it, it sounds much better than the numbers indicate. The bass is deep, voices come through clearly, and effects are easy to hear. I was pretty surprised by how impressed I was. It uses LG's Clear Voice Pro to enhance dialogue and Alpha 9 AI Sound Pro to virtually upmix audio to 9.1.2 channels. With all that being said, however, the sound quality still doesn't live up to the picture quality, so if you really want the best experience from the C4, you'll definitely want to consider adding a soundbar or a full surround setup. This picture absolutely deserves it. Which brings me to the picture, and here's where you're going to see the most drastic improvement over last year. This one gets the updated Alpha 9 AI processor 4K Gen 7. Rolls right off the tongue, I know. Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to say, but thankfully you'll probably never find yourself in a conversation where it's relevant. Name aside, this processor does an amazing job using AI to accentuate the parts of the picture that the viewer is going to be focused on, and it brings a better sense of realism to anything that you're watching. Another major addition to the C4 that helps enhance the picture, at least on the 55-inch and above models, is the brightness booster. These are noticeably brighter than last year's C3, which helps bring out a lot more detail. As you can hopefully see here in our video, the color quality is fantastic, and this being an OLED, you're getting perfect black levels as well. But it's not like this right out of the box. There are some things you'll want to do to ensure you're getting the best picture out of the C4. These are just recommendations, but we found them to improve the picture quite a bit. First, you you're gonna go to all settings, then to general and down to energy saving. From there, you're gonna go to energy saving step and set that to off. Finally, go back to picture and select the personalized picture wizard. You're gonna follow the on-screen prompts and the TV is gonna cater the picture to what you think looks best. And that's all there is to it. Finally, for HDR content, this is gonna support Dolby Vision, HDR10, and HLG. So no HDR10 Plus, but there's plenty of Dolby Vision content out there to keep you happy. Now let's talk about gaming for a minute. The C4 does get an improvement here as well. Last year's model maxed out at 4K 120Hz, which is great for PS5 and Xbox Series X, but the C4 supports up to 4K at 144Hz, which is great news for any PC gamers out there with graphics cards that can support those specs. But it doesn't come set up for it from the factory. To utilize the 144Hz option, you need to go into the Game Optimizer menu and scroll down to where it says 144Hz and turn it on. Also within the Game Optimizer menu, you can cater your C4 to the type of games you're playing for a better overall experience. As far as glare is concerned, this doesn't do a bad job. It's a glossy screen, but it does a good job minimizing the glare. Plus, the 55-inch and larger models get bright enough to fight through some pretty strong lighting as well. So the C4 has a brighter picture, support for 4K at up to 144Hz, improved audio, an updated picture processor, and an updated operating system. Is it enough to replace your C3? It actually might be. The C3 is really good, but that brightness alone on the C4 might be enough for some people to make the switch. And if you're a PC gamer with a good graphics card, support for that higher refresh rate might be appealing. What do you guys think? Have you had a chance to see this one in person yet? Make sure you let us know down in the comments. If you still have questions on the C4, or you want to hear about any promotions we might have running that we can't advertise online, be sure to give our experts a call. We're always happy to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.